mean, Geoff Norcott, looking at the comments that Shamima Begum has made, she says she doesn't regret going to Syria, and she talks about seeing her first severed head in a bin. It didn't faze her at all. She doesn't seem particularly repentant. I mean, she's a young woman. She's 19. Should she be allowed back into the country? What's your view?
Well, I think that it sticks in the core a bit, doesn't it? The fact that she's unrepentant. If you heard the interview itself, you know, there's on the one hand you can say that someone was 15 when they went out there, and, you know, we all did crazy things at 15, but mine was more in the realms of, you know, not telling my mum what time I was going to be home. It wasn't going to join, like, a barbarous regime. So there has to be a degree of agency in which you take responsibility for your own actions at any age. And it is sort of slightly strange sometimes when elements of the left that on the one hand are saying that 16 people are able to vote, but then on the other hand, at 16, you know, they didn't know what they were doing. So there's a certain inconsistency there. I think you've also got to be just a bit smart about it, right? I do think ultimately she's a British citizen. So, you know, you cannot look at these barbarous regimes and then change the law yourself just because you have a strong emotion, as much as you might feel that. And let's be honest, you will have a lot of information from her time out there. Let's be expedient. Yes, you can return to have your, you know, your child in Britain, but we want information, because the truth of it is, in saving her baby, we might be able to save many other babies, I suppose, and we need to perhaps be a bit, you know, level-headed in that respect.
And can I just ask, would it make a difference to anyone on the panel if it was a good point? Would it make a difference if it was a young man?
I think the general mood would be there'd be whatever sympathy currently exists, there'd be way less. Because there is, when you say, and people have used that language already this evening, she's a woman, she's a mother, she's got children, these are, you know, and in some senses rightly emotive things. And I think if it was a male person that had gone to fight for Islamic State, it wouldn't be quite such an issue. Like I say, I have a lot of sympathy with what the audience members are saying. That feeling I have, it's not about going to bring them back as well. The argument here isn't about that. The British government already said they're not going to bring them back. It's about
well, yes, the security minister said he's not going to put at risk British people's lives to go and look for terrorists or former terrorists in a failed state.
But you talk about a message, you know, and the message is, I think, is about, you don't fight a barbarous regime by changing your laws, I suppose, at a time where you find that something makes you feel uncomfortable. And there's another message, which is, you know, humanity. But it's such a difficult issue because you talk about vulnerability. What about the people that might be, all the people that might be at risk of terrorist attacks? Anybody that thinks there's a simple answer to this is kidding themselves.